Thank you, Vortex, for coming on board. They're welcoming our first guest of the night. He is the winner this past weekend in a terrific ride for the Geico Honda team. Chase Sexton, what's up, man? How are you?
How's it going, guys?
Thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. Great work this weekend, man. You were impressive. You were good all day.
Well, it's always a good thing when I get invited on here because that means I'm doing something right. No, it was a good weekend for sure. I really gelled to the track, and I really enjoyed the whoop. So
yes.
that was a help.
Your whoop speed was
phenomenal.
It was amazing.
You rode like a true sportsman, Chase.
Listen, but okay, so I don't want to say this in a negative way, but I'm going to say this in a negative way. Look, you were very good at Tampa, but Shane was gone, right? Like he rode great. Maybe I know the answer to this, but like, were you stressed or worried or anything after Tampa to be like, oh shit, like we put you right in there with Shane when the season started, and then Tampa, Shane was great all day. So like leaving Tampa, you got on the box, you're great, but he was checked out a little bit, or did you just say I'm fine? I didn't get the start. I didn't get a chance to run with him.
I mean, I knew he was going to be good, and I feel like he's done that many times to very good competition. I mean, I raced him in 2018, my rookie year, and I think he did it to Adam and all those guys. So I wasn't really surprised with it. Obviously I wanted to be up there with him, but I didn't get the start that I needed to run with him.
Right.
And he was gone. Like when he gets out front, he's a hard guy to beat. And I kind of think this weekend in the second main event, I think that's kind of what happened there too. Just if you get out front and you get those first couple rhythm sections down, and you kind of get a gap away from everybody. And I think he got that. He was, 3 laps in, he was 7 seconds in front of me. It felt like 7 seconds. It wasn't that much, but he was gone. Like I'm like, this guy's. I have to. At that point, the race was pretty much over. So I pretty much tried to put my head down, but I knew he was going to be good. I didn't really. I expected it, but I didn't want. This week in my mind, I was like, I cannot have this happen to me 2 years in a row. I have to make a statement early, because last year it got away from me, obviously, and then it was just not good. So had to make a statement early, and I think this weekend I rode a lot. I just rode better. I got better starts. I thought my gate selection was a lot better this weekend too.
Okay.
Everyone kept going towards the outside, and I was kind of not mind blown, but they kept doing it, and I kept getting good starts from the inside. So I'm like, well, if they want to start out there, then I'm okay. That's fine with me. So.
Yeah, take it, right? Here's the problem with the Triple Crowns, and I'll ask you about what you think of them in a second, but here's the problem with Triple Crowns. That third one, Chase, you knew you had the overall, right? And you're just kind of hanging out. That's the problem with these Triple Crowns.
Yeah, it's once I got the start, I was pretty comfortable with where I was at. There was a lot of lappers and stuff like that, and I kind of saw RJ back there, not close, but he was kind of there to keep me honest, and I was just trying to ride my own race, and kind of knew I had to be behind Shane to win. But yeah, I just knew I had to get a start, and that's the tough thing I think with those races, is that you have to have 3 good starts unless you're just blatantly way faster than everybody, which I would like to think I am, but then again, it's really hard to come through the pack with how good the guys are. So
right.
Tomac did it, but he's when it comes to that, when he just gets on, he's pretty amazing when he does that stuff. But I had to get a good start. Once I got that start, I was comfortable, but I wanted to stay close to Shane because I didn't want him to get too far away and then have somebody behind me. So I was just trying to ride my race. But yeah, once I got the start, I was pretty comfortable.
Paul, I'm sure you've noticed this. Last year, Chase, Hunter, RJ, they were gritting their teeth talking to me about their bikes after the races. All of them look like, Hunter didn't grit any teeth. He just said, my bike's not good. And
no Aussie.
Because he's an Aussie, right? Because he's an Aussie. But how much better, whether it's Christian and Jet on the West or Chase now, Paul, how much better these Geico bikes look?
Yeah, visibly it looks like they found something. They made a difference, and I've heard Chase talk, and he's been vocal about the bike being better. It looks like they have a lot more torque than they've had in the past. I see them jumping stuff easier. They've gotten starts. So that's cool. I'm sure that gives Chase confidence because, you don't want to feel like you're on inferior equipment.
Yeah, you got to be so much happier, Chase.
Yeah, I feel like I've been pretty vocal about like how much the bike's better, and I'm not doing it just to give like the team props, but they really deserve it. Like they put a lot of hard work in this off season, and we have a new guy, Ryan Cox. He was from Troy Lee, and honestly, he was it's awesome that he's on our team now because we've made so many strides this offseason with just the motor in general. It's just the bike's so much faster. And like the first day I got on it, I'm like, yeah, this is a race bike, and this is what it's supposed to sound like too.
Right,
so
right.
I was super happy, and like ever since I got on it, I kind of made a few adjustments to what I like, but no, it's been really good. And I think when I saw Jet pull that whole shot from the outside, or he was close to the whole shot from the outside at St. Louis, I'm like, yeah, this bike. So.
And I had someone tell me that due to the design of that Honda, of the 250, of course, with the dual headers and the smaller exhaust openings, I had someone tell me they're going to have a hard time getting torque out of those things forever, like the way the design of the motor is, and doesn't looks fine to me. So
yeah, definitely looks like they made improvements. Yeah, and they changed fuel this year too. So
the RJ thing, the Team PulpMX's RJ thing.
That's your guy. I told you.
I know it is my guy, but I mean, he said he owed you one from Millville. You talked to me after the race about it. After the press conference, he said it. So is it over? Like, is it over? I mean, I thought it was definitely greasy. It wasn't I thought Ferrandis' move on Christian was worse.
No, it wasn't. I
wasn't
see people saying that. I'm like, it's not the same.
No.
It wasn't nearly his high speed. I mean, yes, he came in there to take me out, but it wasn't as bad. And I don't like the whole Ferrandis thing. I don't think he meant to hit him that hard, obviously, but it wasn't to that scale. Yeah, for sure.
But so is it over? Like, are you one of those guys that you're just like, okay, we're even, and let's go racing?
Right? I mean, I'm really not out there. In the Millville thing, I did not mean to hit him and take him out. Like, I really did not mean to hit him. I had a bad start, which is typical for me. So I was coming through the pack, and I was just trying to make passes, and we slid into each other. He went down. Obviously, he wasn't happy about it. And I knew he did. I knew he doesn't really like me that much. I've kind of had that feeling for a while. So, I mean, I knew it was coming eventually. I knew that if he got the opening, it was game on. So, and I said before the races, I told my team, I'm like, that corner, someone's going down there.
It's too bad it was you, right.
And I didn't think it was going to be me, but I had a feeling after I passed him in the loops, and I was clean with him. But I knew it was coming, and I didn't know he was going to hit me that hard. I thought he maybe bumped me,
right?
But I was going down there. He was coming in for the kill, but it was. I mean, it's racing. I'm not out there to get revenge on him. I'm just trying to. And I don't want to be making enemies. I really need to focus on doing my thing and just trying to get around people clean and just make the moves I need to make.
Well, that's just
I feel like I can do that cleanly, so I'm not really worried about getting payback or anything like that.
To win a championship, you can't make enemies. You need that. If you don't get the start, you got to come through the pack. Like, history has shown that it's a lot harder, when you're doing that. So.
I definitely don't need enemies out there.
And you have your eyes on the prize, of course. 702-586-7857. If you have a question for Chase Sexton from Geico Honda, he's on the line now, fresh off the Dallas Supercross overall win at the Triple Crown. Chase, so 450s for motocross, huh? That's happening? You're ready?
Yeah. I'm actually really excited about it. I haven't got to talk about it too much, but I couldn't be happier to be on the Honda, and I really like that 450, and I've been riding it.
Mm-hmm.
I was riding it off season in Illinois. I was doing motos, and that's actually how I ran out of gas and broke my collarbone. I was out there for longer than I thought I was, and I was just trying to get motos on it and just trying to get – because obviously racing Supercross on 250, you're not going to get that much time outdoors on the bike, so I was just trying to get as much seat time in, and the team is actually coming down before Daytona. After Daytona. Before Daytona. And we're going to test the Monday after Atlanta for outdoors on the 450. So that'll be fun, and I'm just looking forward to it. I'm a bigger guy, and just being on a 250 outdoors is not fun. So it just takes a lot. It takes a lot of effort. You can do it. Obviously, Adam did it last year. You can do it for sure.
Yeah.
But last year I was not really happy, and I know they were very, very vocal about how the bike was, and I was just trying to do my thing, and kind of I told the team how it was, but I wasn't very happy. So I'm just trying to get on a bike that is powerful, enough power for me, and I think it'll be good. Yeah,
I had a Honda guy tell me that we got to get Chase to 450s or he's leaving. He's going to leave. So
I was not in a good. I was not in a good spot last year.
Right.
I knew going to the gate, if I could be inside the top 10 on the start, I can be on the podium. But if I could barely get a top 10 start last year, barely, and that was everything I could do. So it was just not fun going to the gate that way.
I had an Instagram DM when it was announced. They're like, Sexton, like, he's way too small for a 450. I'm like, bro, have you seen this kid lately? Like he's not Chase Sexton from Atlanta 3 years ago or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like whatever it was. So you're fine.
No, I mean I have a pretty big, not big build, but I'm it's just how I am. I'm not. I just
muscular.
Have a little bit
You're muscular.
Muscular build than most guys. I should say. I mean, I think Brandon Hartranft, he might have me beat on the muscular side, but I feel like I'm pretty big for the 250. I think it works Supercross, but outdoors is definitely tough, and I have a hard time losing weight. And if I do lose weight, I kind of lose a lot of energy. So I'm right around like 170, 175. So I'm kind of big for 250 outdoors.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be so weight conscious worrying about riding outdoor or 450 outdoors.
So I guess do we need so Beeks is just hammering these clothing deals for outdoors. Beeks is just shopping it, or do we have a? Do we know, Chase, what you're going to wear? Or this is a great thing for you?
No, so for outdoors the plan is I'm going to wear I'm going to be because it's kind of a weird I'm kind of I'm still with Geico, so I'll wear the Geico gear outdoors.
Yeah. Okay, like kind of like what Christian did.
Christian did it, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like Christian did. I was thinking that you would just be like just money just raining down on you, but okay, that'll be in the future.
Yeah, no, outdoors is that's our kind of deal. I'm going to be riding.
Right.
I'll be on the Geico setup still, but HRC graphics and everything. So I'll be on the HRC bike, but just Geico
clothing and logos.
Gear. Yeah. So all that stuff. But 2021 will be the change for all that stuff.
Right.
So Chase, now that your bike is better and you obviously you're vocal about it, is a part of you like? I mean, there's got to be a part of you like I'm giving up a shot to win a title. You can't be expected to contend for a title in the 450 class.
Title.
Isn't a part of you like, man, I want to win an outdoor title?
It was tough because actually I rode the 250 in Supercross. I'm like, man, this thing could compete for an outdoor championship, and I wasn't bummed. I already made the decision, but I was definitely a little bit kind of not. I wasn't second guessing it, but I was just I was telling myself, no, this is the right thing to do and race 450. But I really do feel like the last 2 years outdoors, I wasn't given, especially just with my weight, I wasn't given a bike that could consistently compete in the front. And that's what I believe. And I couldn't, having that it might not have been true, but having that in your mind is not a good thing. So I am kind of bummed I didn't get to compete for an outdoor championship. But then again, I'm getting experience in the class that I've been wanting to race for my whole life. So that's kind of where my head's at and trying to go out there. And I really believe I'm going to be better than a lot of people I think I'm going to be. I really like the 450, and I'm really looking forward to being Ken's teammate and just learning from him also. And I couldn't ask for a better guy to learn from.
Were you on suicide watch when you broke your collarbone again before Anaheim? Like, how deep in a dark place were you, Chase?
It was honestly pretty tough. The problem was I broke it when I was riding the 450 in Illinois, and I was just by myself. I was actually with some of my friends. They raced woods, and I took them out to the track for the first time. They've never ridden a track before. And I took them to my home track, and I was just out there. I filled my bike up with gas. Went out there, was out there for like 40 minutes, and ran out of gas on a jump and crashed. Broke the collarbone. Didn't get it plated, which I probably should have. And it broke in the same spot. I came down. I was on Joe Shimoda's Supercross pit bike track, and on this kid's brand new pit bike, never really been ridden, and was in neutral off this jump and just nose picked it and hit the ground pretty hard. And I got up and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's no way. And I was honestly, I called Beeks and I was like, man, you're not gonna believe this. I think I just broke my collarbone again. And I was really skeptical on calling my dad because I knew he wasn't going to be happy about it. And I was pretty rough. I mean, I got surgery. I think those 3 weeks though, I probably had the 3 gnarliest weeks of training I've ever done.
Sure.
I think it helped me, and I wasn't really sold on racing West. I was kind of, because I'd only been on the bike for 4 weeks prior to that incident, and I wasn't sold on racing West. I really wanted to run the number 1.
Yeah.
And so everything kind of happens for a reason. I was definitely not in a good spot. I had some dark times, but I think it helped my training too.
Or breaking news: Chase Sexton breaks his collarbone on purpose to go on the East.
No, I didn't do it on purpose. I've lost all my all rights to having any fun.
Right. Yeah, you're done.
No, golf is about as fun as I get, or as much fun as I get now.
And listen, and this injury screwed my whole show schedule up because Beeks and Astafan were coming in for the show. You break your collarbone. Beeks is like, I can't come up. Chase broke his collarbone, but you can't talk about it. and I'm like, oh, God. So your injury really threw me for a big loop too, Sexton. So
I'm sorry about that. It was my team. They were. They weren't super. They were not happy with it.
Right.
But they didn't really tell me that. I knew they were upset, and I kind of got that vibe. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go home to Florida and just dive into some gnarly training and try to get ready for East Coast.
Yeah, absolutely. We got some calls for you here on the line. Vortex Racing bringing you Chase Sexton on the PulpMX show presented by Motorsport.com and Fly Racing. First up is Sean. Sean, welcome to the show. What's your question for Chase Sexton?
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I just want to know, when you were growing up, man, when did you know, you were going to go pro? Was that your goal from the beginning? So, when you were riding all the way back on 80s, I'm going to go pro, or did it just, evolve?
For me, I was really it didn't really hit me until I was probably on Super Minis. I was honestly not very good on 50s, and I was okay. I was kind of mediocre, and then I ended up winning a championship at Loretta's on 85, and that was kind of – I didn't really think about it that much. I didn't really think about going pro until, honestly, I knew it was the goal, but until I got a ride with Geico, I didn't really, actually know I was going to happen until that happened, and that was my goal my whole life, but I try to keep it fun. I never really trained at training facilities. I stayed in Illinois, which is obviously gets snow for the winter, and I rode indoor tracks. Just kind of took the winters off almost, and until I was probably 16 years old, 15 years old.
Right.
So I kind of kept it light, and but yeah, obviously that was the goal, and I knew this is kind of my calling. I played other sports, and I never really took it like racing. So that was obviously the goal, but I didn't really know it was real until I got that ride on Geico. So
yeah. All right, Sean.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Next up is Denver. Denver, what's up? You got a question for Geico Honda's Chase Sexton?
Hey, guys. How's it going? Yeah, I got a question about the 450.
Okay, the 450, sure.
So I just heard the explanation about why you decided to move up. Pretty much answered my question. The only thing was if you were to, hit the podium every weekend, which seems like you would likely to be in outdoors, do you think you would have made more money than switching over early to the 450?
It's easy to say now that I obviously had a podium guy outdoors. But for me, I really was not happy last year being on that 250, and just my mindset going to the races was not good. And I don't want to have any excuses in the back of my mind saying my bike's not as good or anything like that. So I feel like being on the 450 and racing the best guys, I want to go out there. I wanted to move up for Supercross the year after, and I feel like having 12 races of outdoor under my belt, that's the same amount of rounds as the 250 series and the same time motos. It's just on a bigger bike, so I think it gets my feet wet easier than jumping into a 17-round Supercross series.
Yeah.
But I really do feel like I'm going to be competitive on the 450. I'm not going to say how good I'm going to do, but I guess we'll wait and see.
Yeah. All right, Denver. Thanks for the call, man.
Yeah, it should be good. Thanks. I just to touch up on that. Would it be possible for you to go back if you really wanted to? Is it all set in stone?
No, it's set in stone. I kind of I rode the 250. Am I racing the 450 for sure? Because it wasn't really done at that point. But no, it's for sure. I'm racing 450, and I think that's my best foot forward at this point.
Cool. Thanks, Denver.
Awesome.
Steve, you got to talk to Chase Sexton, Steve, about Race Day Live?
Yeah. Hey, Chase. Daniel Blair was talking smack about your musical taste. It kind of led to a tense moment between him and Jim Hawley. Just seeing if you wanted to set the record straight for him.
What were their comments? I didn't know what they were saying. I didn't see what they said.
Oh, it was that segment. They just did a little profile on you. And
about my Taylor Swift and Avril Lavigne.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always been a pop fan, and actually Adam got me into some more punk rock music because that's kind of what he likes, and I really got heavy into that. But my roots are kind of Taylor Swift, and I've been a really big Halsey fan. She's I love her. So
I like Halsey.
That's kind of how I'm at right now. I like Avril Lavigne. So those three are probably my top three favorite artists. I get a lot of crap from Kenny and a lot of just people that think that I'm too old to listen to that stuff, and I'm not a girl. So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely some people that have their opinions on it, but I really don't care a lot.
Yeah, stay strong. If you like it, you like it. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I was listening to Miley Cyrus on the gate for the Triple Crown. So,
there we go.
That was the pre-race music for me.
Yeah, Steve. So there it is. He's staying strong. Tell Daniel Blair he's an idiot, as usual. Daniel Blair is a moron. That's where it all boils down to. Right.
Challenge him to a dance-off and then see what he says.
Yeah, there we go. All right, thanks, Steve.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, hey, listen, Chase, I like it. I like that. Let's stay strong with that. Hey, before we let you go here, obviously, we are both intense bicycle athletes. I'm the E division.
We're teammates. We're teammates.
You're the pedal division. But how's everything at the intense guys? Which one do you have?
I have the Intense Primer. I got demoted off of the Sniper last year after I broke my collarbone on that thing. So I got moved to
cross country.
I got moved to a more all mountain bike.
Right.
So they banned me from that thing.
Right.
So I'm on the Primer, and I love it. It's that was actually my championship gift last year. They got me a brand new factory edition Primer. So I'm stoked on it. Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Well, listen, we're over here in the Taser division, keeping it rolling. Okay, keeping sales going with the Taser.
Hey, you're looking lean.
I'm working on it.
I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Dude, the Taser changes your life. I just want to tell everybody that it just changes your life. So
I wish I could ride one, but unfortunately, Blake Savage says I can't ride a e-bike for training. So.
Come on, they're fantastic. You should see my heart rate. I'm about ready to die on that thing, but I'm slightly out of shape more than you. So. PulpMX is the code to save at Intense Cycles, everybody. So use the code. Go there, punch in PulpMX, and say PulpMX 10. Actually, I believe is the code. So PulpMX 10 at IntenseCycles.com. Well, Chase, man, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. You rode great, killed it. And now a red plate with Shane coming into this weekend. Should be great.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate the invite. It's always good when I get invited on here. So
yeah, no worries, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
All right. That's Chase Sexton, everybody. He's stepped it up this year. He really has. I've been impressed. Like, look, he won one race last year. He was fortunate that Faulkner crashed out. That's the facts. But he's better. He's better.
He is. He's strong. Like, I mean, Chase has always been strong. He's always come from the back, like pretty much his entire career. You've been a Chase Sexton
guy forever.
I sponsored him when he was on 80s.
Was that it?
And I met his dad back then, and I've hit it off with his dad, and we were parked across from each other at